With EU5 being released in less than 5 weeks, it's time for my last EU4 campaign before EU5 is released. It doesn't mean I will not play EU4 after EU5 is released. I might do 1 or 2 more campaigns, but we have to go the bank. What does it mean? I'm gonna do a run that was only achieved by 15 players in EU4 history. At least according to PDX.tools, probably a few more that are not counted there, and only 12 players did so on the current EU4 patch. Some of you might already know this, it is a World Conquest in less than 100 years. My current personal best is 1596 as Mongolia and the Mongol Empire. I'm very proud of it. It wasn't really that much planned from the very beginning, but we did a really nice job over there. I'm going to beat that score by 52 years by playing as the Ottomans. That's gonna be a hell of a ride, 2 video series, and definitely lots of fun. So you fasten your seatbelts and let's get started. But before that, make sure to check sponsor of this video and the channel in general, Europa.com, especially if you're looking for any games at the discounted price. So if you plan to buy something and you want to support the channel by getting some cashbacks, make sure to use the link in the video description as well as a pinned comment. There is StarTown's in-state setup with PowerPoint, stuff like expansion in EU3, inviting a scholar which you see here that I'm gonna use for AE impact for sure, and making sure that Dimi and Janissaries are fully loyal. Kicking off our mission tree by recruiting 10 of Janissaries, which gives me a mission for more of armies, as well as perma claims in Anatolia and Maastricht, as well as Janissary privileges because I given them for the Janis force limit. Nothing crazy with advisors, using the improved relations, which would be very helpful with the AE. Here I'm gonna replace this guy with Urban a bit later, why this is the only cheaper advisor that we start with, and I'm gonna get him on level 3. Let's make sure to invite that AE impact scholar. A general that we're getting is... That's a good campaign, too bad he doesn't have anything for siege. I'm gonna immediately also start slackening my manpower, as we'll start using mercs a bit later. From the doctrine, how about we go and take the galley compatibility and start building a few galleys, making sure that Mamluks are our rival, and we'll even start with embargoing all 3 of the rivals for extra PP. I'll also immediately start releasing some Beyliks out of us to grant us some additional manpower. Let's just make sure that it is Mentesh and Saruhan. How many trade centers we had? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I don't want to release anything here, as I'll need a trade center to get the golden era fast. I'll make sure to make both of them my ailets immediately. The victory over the Varna Crusade happens immediately, which gives splendor as well as power projection. So you see this is 49 already. And also the siege engineer and Urban for that cheaper level 2 advisor here that I'm gonna grab in a second. But the Varna is obviously claims on the Byzantines. And with that advisor taken, I can get 3 cannons that are gonna be useful to siege stuff. Byzantines don't have any allies yet. Let's make sure to declare on them. And also to get that power projection over 50, so we min-max our mana generation. Fortunately, Urban is Hungarian, so I cannot improve him. I also don't think I need melee focus. I'll just play without focus for now, making sure to also guarantee Anizach as well as Fezan, so they do not get killed, and I'll be able to diplomatically vassalize them. And since a month passed, I can go ahead and attack these 2 guys, which is gonna be also a very important step in the expansion. You see, we're micromanaging all of the wars at the same time to unite Anatolia and the Balkans, just to proceed earlier with our mission, because half of this campaign is gonna be about setting up the right stage. This is a very important event that we just got. I think it's from this level 3 advisor. I can choose between stability and admin tech cost. That admin tech cost, I love it. Or prestige. And I'm wondering about prestige, but I think I'm gonna get it high anyway through this wars. So I think we also get stability for getting Constantinople, don't we? So I'll just make sure to get prestige, because this is, as you remember, AE impact that we receive. And with Dargah events for legalism, I'm getting yet another admin tech cost. So this costs me right now only 444, but remember I'm stacking the piety. This is gonna take some time. And we gotta get the Demi Loyal, which actually should be pretty easy with that mission. Just need 10 more. I can already take all of these guys, so the AE starts dropping down. Same as these guys, to just get rid of call for peace. And soon we also take care of Byzantines and Epirus. So, I want Aintab, as it is in Asia, to get a golden era. You know, promises on 2 continents. So, I will, for some time, keep these promises. That's why I'm gonna start coring this few. And same for Sinop. Normally I would release here Beylik, but I don't want to because it's a trade center. I will release it in Adana. Epirus is being held by Pope, but let me try landing there to piece this out a bit faster. I will anyway piece out Byzantines already. That will mean I will sit on some A for a while. That is fine, let's just make sure to integrate Galata. And for this, we need to be at peace, I believe, to move the capital. Yeah, wanted to piece it out earlier, just so the E starts dropping down already. Rome is already captured a bit early. I'm so sorry for that, Pope, but he will pay me the tax for helping Epirus. Anyway, now we are done with all of this stuff, so we can get the City of the World's Desire, become an empire. This is 31 development, also useful to get this bonus. So see, now I only need 2 more level 2 centers of trade to start the golden era. So let me take some loans to achieve so. 1, 2, 3. Yes, I will need Sinop once I core it. Let's take the City of the World's Desire here. Let's see for more development for Constantinople. And reign in Greece, which already gives me claims on the Balkan region that I want to leverage soon. But before that, let's release some subjects. For sure that's gonna be both Achaia and Morea, as well as mentioned earlier, Ramazan. And now, since I want to have high loyalty of these guys always, I'm gonna go to Umera and grab the Liberty Desire. Now to keep that bonus, I cannot have all of them being my ailets. I'll have to keep one of them as a normal subject. So how about we just do it with Ramazan, I guess. You see, ailets is gonna be core of this campaign because it not only means I do not have to, core all of these provinces. I had to keep some as my mainlands now, but it also means this: they give me manpower, which is gonna be boosted as soon as I get to the tier 2 guarantee form and unlock the Devshire system. And about that, I need to keep my autonomy as low as possible. So, is it dropping in provinces like Avlonia? It is not dropping because of our crownland. After next war, I'll decrease it manually when it reaches like a 20% or so. Fezzan is becoming a vassal. Next is Anizach, which unlocks me access to all of these guys being diplo-vassalized. That's what I'm gonna do with my diplomats while fighting all of these wars. Just improve relations with guys and getting them diplomatically. By the way, I should also do the same with Crimea. Now with Sinop getting on level 2 Asset Trade Center, in a month tick, I'll be able to embrace the golden era. There it goes. I'm taking it ASAP because later in the mission tree, you've got second Islamic Golden Age that is gonna allow me to extend that golden era. With Tech 4 taken, I'm actually gonna attack Mamluks a bit early, 1448. But our goal is a bit different than a normal Ottoman campaign, so we need to do that. Funnily enough, Mamluks allied Karaman. So it is not worth for me to attack them right now, because I'll be able to just co-belligerent Karaman when our truce ends in September 1449. Let's be patient and wait for that. Well, in the meantime, it's a bit waste of time, honestly, but in the meantime, could think about attacking Aragu. Ooh, that would be such a bad move to get Malta, but I will simply attack Serbia first. Oh, our truce also ends in December 40. Yeah, I think Albania might not be that bad of an idea to be attacked, or even Venice directly, but we have truces everywhere. You can just try diplo-vassalizing more guys here. I thought I'm behind with admin tech because, you know, I spent so much on coring, but I can still take it ahead of time. Question is, yeah, we wait for the Demi to be loyal. Now we can have some fun. Let's declare on the Mamluks and call Karaman as a co-belligerent. Demi loyal and tech costs from here. Admin tech just cost me 300. Could also take Diplo for more innovativeness, and that just 460 of the cost. Since nobody took it yet, I'm not rushing. Piecing up Karaman, of course, is gonna hurt our Diplo points. Well, it's just 66 actually. I thought it's gonna be worse, but since I united Anatolia, that's a mission. Conquer the Beyliks, which is admin mana. Permount the rest of Anatolia region, and now I just need to go ahead and attack Akkoyunlu, which is having some strong allies. And that's not gonna be an easy war, but I'm not worried. I'm actually not gonna take this technology. Instead, I'm gonna focus on filling my first idea group. That's gonna be a diplomatic one. Fate of the Patriarchate. I'm gonna go for the Heathens bonuses. And now I just have to complete one more agenda for Demi to complete this. I could take the admin tech already, but there's no rush of it. When is my tech cost ending? Actually, there is some rush with it. Ends next month. I'll take it next year anyway, so to get the same discount. So I can just take it ahead of time and start filling the deploy ideas for the province war score cost. It's not the most lucky game I've ever had, like Akkoyunlu with all of this alliance, as Serbia being guaranteed by Hungary, Cyprus joining the Trade League of Venice, so I cannot cycle the truce with the Mamluks. That's all pretty unlucky. Let me piece out Mamluks, which will give me the mission for the conquest of Syria, plus courting rage to get Mecca in our next war. That's super important for the province war score cost. Let's do that, take no money. That's all they're gonna accept. Wherever possible, make sure to concentrate, and I'll be releasing here Lebanon for sure, but first I need to get Discord. But yeah, as mentioned, that's the defeat the Mamluks mission, which gives me the whole claim to make them my subject, but I'm still not convinced if I want to make them my subject. Here goes the Crimean mission, which is gonna make them more likely to become my subject when the time comes. I'm fully annexing Akkoyunlu. It's because I'm gonna be releasing them as my eyalet. I don't think I have to own these provinces directly. Just make sure to concentrate if applicable. Let's take a look. I don't think anyone else can be released here. Yeah, Lebanon here for sure. And for this provinces is gonna be Akkoyunlu. Now we have plenty of subjects to be done here for our improvements. Let me show you the map mode of opinion. This time, yeah, I have to beat Hungary, which is very unfortunate. But if I call Bosnia as a co-belligerent, Albania will also join. So that's actually pretty good news for us. It's a tough choice for the first bonus from the H, Leader Siege or AE Impact, but early on I need AE Impact more. And yeah, that Hungary might have a problem on Cephalonia. There goes the Death Shire system, which is national manpower, but more importantly, a mechanic here that gives me Vassal manpower contribution. See, now I'm having 62,000 max manpower. With these adjustments, it's already 70,000, and we will keep increasing that. Mr. Hungary, here's tax. Ooh, should I humiliate? Rather bonus here. So I get the next bonus faster. I think that should be doable. Just need to carpet siege. And the improve relation bonus from deploy ideas. So now my improve relation is stacked at 100%. Got them fused negotiator from Hungary, but I'm about to piece them out. Okay, there we go. Just humiliation from Hungary. And now I can go ahead and fully annex these two guys. I can't. They must have developed so much. Maybe that's even better. I guess let's white piece Bosnia. I'm gonna need them, hopefully, in 5 years. I've got few subjects to be released. Montenegro for sure. Wallachia for sure. and Trebizond here for sure. We also have a new bunch of subjects to be created here in Arabia, and new allies like Muscovy, just to avoid coalitions, and France. Anyway, cannot slow down, since I didn't take much from Bosnia. I can go after Venice to clear the borders here. Plus, I want to separate piece the Knights and Cyprus. Let's go for conquest of Durazzo and get these guys as a co-belligerent. This would take Mamluks into the war. I don't need that. The truce is already running out. And the navy, I'm absolutely destroying them. I have, a heavy ship, flagship, plenty of galleys. There's no chance they can do anything. I have to delete some of these transports that I stole. Oops, that might be an entire Venetian navy. Oi, oi. It's time to embrace the 75% cheaper advisor for admin. And get him level 4. Finally kill the knights here. Just a nice bonus. To get rid of the devastation, get prosperity in all of our coastal provinces that were affected by the raids. This is also a mission to unify Anatolia. That is finally giving us claims to expand further here, so let's get ready for QQ. By conquering all of this from QQ, we should get yet another mission. We just need Basra, which should be an easy one once I get these guys vassalized. In the meantime, I'm just gonna release some subjects here. It's time to embrace the institution, which doesn't cost me much because I don't have much development. This makes the admin tech a bit cheaper. I'm gonna take it next gen, just to get innovativeness. And facetting just happened in Constantinople. That's good, I'm gonna get gems over here. That's a nice income. And I also got a gold rush on top of that. Yeah, about that. How about we decrease autonomy in Kosovo? And let's build a fort here. And another one in Vidin, just as entry points to our empire. And another one in Tolchu. That was my first province war score cost. Let's see what kind of impact it has. Hungary war score cost is 241. With this, it's my power recovery speed. With this, it's down to 193. Now, Musashi being a subject, that's very important. Tech cost and idea cost for the next 30 years. Can I get another scholar? Actually, don't know how it's gonna work. Just keep the how about we keep the AE impact. And from Moorish refugees, looks like Granada died, we can get another tech cost and idea cost for the next 25 years. It's time to destroy Hungarians. Sweden don't really have many allies, so let me leverage that. Let's also take care of the Mamluks. I want Mecca. Can I go for Mecca? I should ideally also do this. There's also, even with this castles, but it's just cheaper to take provinces. Not taking too much from Hungary, just canceling Croatia and taking 4 provinces here that I will need for the mission. It is mainly to avoid the coalition from being formed. Don't take money to keep the short truce. And with this done, I can take the push into the north, which gives me a town conquest CB against Hungary to make them my ally. We should probably kick Polish ass now to get income from vassals. That's gonna be a huge part of our economy soon. Poland doesn't have strong allies, so I'll probably do that easily, and they're not even close to Tech 6 that I'm having. So let's declare on Poland for the conquest of reconquest of Georgia for these guys. And let's take some modifiers for the income from vassals. So I can take admin tech already, and I'm gonna do that because I'm not spending my money really on anything. That allows me to take second idea group. That is gonna be religious. I need the CB on the wars to not pay extra diplo points for the peace deals. You can already see that the strategy here is much different to both of my Mehmet ambition runs, because we play here long-term strategy, not to finish 1480s, but to finish 1544. Now Hagia Sophia event. That should allow me to take a mission, shouldn't it? I think I need a temple to be built and it will be done. Here goes Poland. Just these 3 provinces as promised. Can I give a province to Wallachia White War? I shouldn't. They are not at war, but I am, yeah. And that gives me the mission, the result of manpower modifiers, but more importantly, income for vassals. So you see, I've got 90 of total income already. Let's also make sure to get combat bonus on terrain of capital. Poland declare on Hungary to get a union. That's not fun. That's not good. That's not good, but I don't care. I'm taking all of this from the Mamluks. It is not enough to get the mission, I think. Yeah, I need 2 more provinces in Egypt. I could actually try redoing that peace deal, getting worse borders, less development, but more provinces. Yeah, I'm gonna save scam this peace deal, guys. Here's the problem, guys. I either take 23 provinces in Egypt, or I don't take Mecca. I know, guys, Mecca is very important for us. I might try just... and I don't really have... I could try cutting them off somewhere, just to let the rebels do their thing. Does Lebanon has any course? No. We could try getting Syria released here or something. So let's just make sure that I connect my borders. Really, 1 province will be missing. I will get it soon. In the meantime, let's take the Hagia Sophia bonus, which is nothing really interesting. Let me keep some of these provinces to create a trade company. So it would be good to get an additional merchant. Let me take Tech 7 military as well, so I can start building some artillery for faster sieges, and soon we go after Malta. There we go, no CB war to get Malta from Aragon, and maybe even Granada for Alhambra monument if we manage to get enough war score. Mehmed just died 30 years in the game, but I had good air from the event. It is okay, I can survive this guy. Worst part is I've lost the piety, but the technologies are nowhere close. I don't have range to take Granada directly. I would have to do this, which is lots of AE, a bit too early. But I just realized that in January I can take Tech 7 on Diplo, which is colonial range. It is gonna be a tiny bit of waste, but I have so many tech cost modifiers, and this being higher for the events, that it's not that expensive. It should be less than 500 points, which is actually a normal price. So I can take this, and now when I piece out this guys to see I can take Granada directly. Could take some money as well. It's gonna be useful for the monuments. I need to finish this war to start improving Mecca. You know, anyway, Malta is more important because it gives 15%, so 5% more than Mecca, but I will need to improve both soon. Another important reform is the provision governance system, which is tax modifier, but most importantly, another income from vassals. So now I'm earning 73 ducats a month from the subjects, and my balance is 82. With this terrain conquered, I can get perma claims on Persia, because as long as I don't finish the religious ideas, we have to leverage the mission tree to expand, to don't pay unjustified demands. Anyway, now with self-titles, can of course keep our crown lands above 5%. Let's go ahead and start investing into Mecca. And if we start slackening, not sure I want to slacken it because this is siege ability. So yeah, of course I could do this. Yeah, I'll just slacken a little bit to increase it, but just a few percentage. I can shorten my truces around here with some extra wars. Like for example, declaring on Hormuz to shorten truce with Ajam. There goes Malta. It's your time to get improved. I should definitely get rid of inflation for the cost of the monuments. Do this. Do this. So that way I'm already at 40% of reduced war score cost of the provinces. So just Hungary is down to 125% of cost. It's time to go after Hungary, but actually before that, let me try allying as many electors as possible so I can easily dismantle the HRE. Actually, I could ally Poland. It wouldn't be such a bad idea, especially that they rival Bohemia for that Giga HRE war I'm about to do. So how about I leave Hungary for later and focus on Austria? Nah, doesn't matter. Let's just go after Hungary and then we prepare against the HRE. Oh boy, yeah, I have to do that bigger war in the next 10 years. The unjustified demands is something that I really need. How is the Polish quality? Oh, they actually have strong morale, but I'm having the massive discipline advantage, so yeah, they are getting destroyed and in the end wiped. Quick, easy and pleasant war with Poland. See, that's not that much of AE, so we shouldn't even have issues with a coalition. And I need to get that last one idea and religious to do that Giga war, and we'll have to piece this out before 1488. Looks not bad. pretty much no aggressive expansion. That gives me the mission Annihilate Hungary, which is making them a core eyalet, gives me claims on Austria and 100 diplo points. Well, I guess we'll develop a bit. Which is not bad, we need to increase our crown land. Finishing Kappa for the highest level. We also take a few loans to start finishing Malta on the highest level. That's fine, the only problem might be inflation, but we'll work on it, and the amount of income from vassals is helping. Actually, I think I have to finish between 1486, because that's when the province Warsaw cost from taking Mamluks should end. Let's just find it. 1487. Can actually attack Austria because they are at war with Bohemia. I'm wondering how it's gonna work. But yeah, let's go for Trieste. We have to do it for 2 wars. One is against all of these guys. And separately I have to attack Bohemia, which is gonna get me Palatinate and Mainz into war at the same time. And I have to prioritize capitals of the electors and the emperor. I'm leaving Vienna for like one of the last provinces to siege, as it's gonna give me another 10% province World Conquest. Let's see their army quality, there's plenty of them, and I have to overstack this battle. Should be an easy one. Just look, we do have both discipline and morale advantage, and I'm definitely focusing on getting Tech 8, which is another infantry file, but also cavalry shock. I'm wiping them, even though among some of them, yeah, I have the tech advantage. It's like probably 30% of them do not have Tech 6, but it's not as big an advantage as you might remember from my OG Mehmet's Ambition run, when I declared around 1470, I think. And Crimea just became our subject. Oh, didn't it? Yeah, now it did. At least France is useful for something. They're tanking all the damage, well, some of the damage in that war. The participation is anyway 50% on us. See, that's why it was so important to build forts on every border province of my mainland to avoid them sieging us down in carpet sieging. Best part is that these guys also fight each other. Just look at this. So it is very helpful for us to conquer as much of this terrain as possible. Let's see, Bohemia, what's your army quality? Can you win against us? I'm having doubts. Yeah, I'm winning, but what's their tech? They have Tech 6, yeah, so I'm winning with a pretty big advantage, but it's not being destroyed. Not here, it's gonna end a bit worse for them. First stack wave. There goes the Empire, let's dismantle it. Just looking if I'm gonna hit the points cap on Diplo. I don't think I should. I did. It's fine. It's good a problem to have. Too much mana, right? So dismantled HRE should be now much easier to expand into Europe, but I'm gonna anyway take as much as possible into all these wars. And in July, my truce with Croatia ends, which is very important to get Switzerland at one point. Just look, I cannot get really to these countries without piecing Bohemia and Austria, and those are the main participants. So I'm gonna go for Genoa, to Milan, to Switzerland, to all of these guys. From the Mamluks, I'm gonna separate piece them in the war with Ajam. I just need one province. I'm gonna take this too, right? Let's me double check. We need one province. Let's just take Sinai and keep the truce short. This taken, I can get subjugate Egypt, which gives me CB on Tunis. What's the Tunis army? What? Let's go and take care of them right away. There goes full of Vienna, as mentioned. 10% province Warsaw cost for the next 25 years. So look, Austria's Warsaw cost is decreased by 60%, so it is at 85%. Poland's Warsaw cost is 124, Lithuanian 149. I just need to get this to max level, and we'll be ready to get all the pieces. I also have to siege these provinces. France is still standing. I think we're gonna survive this war. How are those? 100k here, 330,000 here. Actually, not that many. We are very efficient with not killing too many people. It's all about sieges in case of this war. If Tunis taken, I'm gonna make them a core eyalet. There's no Morocco now to get the next claim. Oh yeah, France got pissed out at last. Oh look, they didn't break our alliance. It's just gonna break anyway through AE. I didn't even have to burn any manpower, any professionals in this war. Still 45,000 manpower and 14% of professionalism. I'm ready to peace out. Look how much of Europe is occupied by us. We have to peace them out one by freaking one. I just hope I'll have enough diplo points for all of the separate pieces. Now, this is the pieces that I'm talking about. I can take break from Habsburg mission. I can take invade North Italy. Certainly helpful. Let's also make sure to do that. Roman Empire just in name. I'll leave that for later. Now I have to also make sure to probably improve that monument to get the liberty desire from subjects, at least that on level 1. I need to start releasing OPMs here. So my main goal is now to reduce the overextension. So the subjects will be loyal enough for them to be made core ALS when I release them. So start actually feeding my existing subjects with as many lands as possible, including this. It took me a few months to figure out stuff because I think I took a bit too much. So overextension, you know, overextension decreases your diplomatic reputation, and then diplomatic reputation impacts if people want to become your ally. So that did hurt us a little bit, but we just figured this out. So see, I'll be first of all making allies all of these guys that are just subjected, and then I'm gonna release OPMs everywhere. We are done. That's how the map looks like right now. We've got... Is it countable? Can we count? Not really. We are at 189 ducats a month income from vassals. Fixed overextension. And it's 4,000 manpower a month that we are getting now. So we probably start with just repaying 1% loans and retaking them as smaller ones. So this way, yeah, it's actually not bigger. This way, we can repay a bunch of smaller loans to fix the interest rate. But yeah, now just hope for this coalition to resolve. We'll have to make sure to attack Poland when the truce ends, and now focus on expanding this side. Anyway, I think this is where I'm gonna end part 1 of this 2 parts campaign. You see we still have what, 44, 54, 56 years to go to conquer the rest of the world. Let me know in comments if you think we can succeed. In the meantime, make sure to like this video and I'm gonna see you very soon.